Good morning and welcome to the Killik & Co market update. Markets have performed well this week as we move through the second quarter earnings season, with the majority of companies continuing to beat expectations in terms of results. Two standout performers this week were Microsoft and Meta, which between them account for over 10% of the S&P 500 index, and therefore they do have the ability to move the entire market. Microsoft published much better than expected profits from its cloud computing business, showing that it is benefiting from the take-up of AI. Chief Executive Satya Nadella said the company is leading the AI infrastructure wave and is continuing to scale its data center capacity faster than any competitor. The stock rose on the news, making it the second company in history after Nvidia to reach a $4 trillion valuation. Meta's results were also very well received, sending the stock up 11% on the day. The company also credited AI for its strong performance. Meta has been using AI to improve its advertisement recommendation system. It says that more suitable adverts are now being shown to its users, resulting in more time being spent on Facebook and Instagram. Although the overall market reacted well to these strong results from Microsoft and Meta, we did see some volatility towards the end of the week. This morning was the deadline that Donald Trump had given for various countries to agree trade deals with the US, and therefore countries without a deal in place will now face higher tariffs. India and Canada are key examples here, although Mexico has been given an extension for 90 days. There is still some tariff-related uncertainty, and therefore we may continue to see volatility in the markets. This week, the International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, has published its latest forecast for global economic growth, and they were actually a pleasant surprise. Here's what the IMF said. Global growth is projected at 3% for 2025 and 3.1% in 2026. The forecast for 2025 is 0.2 percentage points higher than it was in the last set of forecasts in April. This reflects stronger than expected front-loading in anticipation of higher tariffs, lower average effective US tariff rates than announced in April, an improvement in financial conditions, including a weaker dollar, and fiscal expansion in some major jurisdictions. And then here's the data. The dark green bars show the actual growth for 2024, the turquoise show predicted growth for this year, and the pink show predicted growth for next year. It's good to see that most developed economies are expected to grow more quickly next year, although you can see on the right that China's growth is expected to decline. It was interesting to note that the IMF credited the weaker dollar for the higher growth rate. Here's the dollar against the pound over the last year. The dollar weakened considerably between December and June, but it has strengthened a bit this month, so we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. And lastly, Ofcom, the UK communications regulator, has published its latest report into TV viewing habits here in the UK. Here are the most popular TV destinations for different age groups. On the left there, you will see that YouTube is now the most popular destination on a TV set for those aged 4 to 15, and it's the second most popular for those aged 16 to 34. Netflix also continues to gain popularity in comparison to traditional TV channels. There was also an interesting chart showing the number of minutes spent watching YouTube on a TV set for those aged 4+, shown by the purple line, and those aged 16 to 34, shown by the green line. Both of these are showing a clear upward trend. YouTube is owned by Alphabet. As of the full year 2024, YouTube adverts accounted for about 12% of Alphabet's overall revenue. Here's what the shares have done over the last 5 years. They're not quite back up to where they were at the start of this year. There has been a bit of concern about whether ChatGPT might compete with Alphabet's Google search, but the last set of results for Google were reassuring and well received by the market. So do give us a call if you'd like to discuss Alphabet in a bit more detail. Moving on to have a look at next week, we are expecting results out from Berkshire Hathaway, Walt Disney and Eli Lilly. That's it from us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.